So this starts out underneath here like this, and this is a threaded, and you go into it like that, and it's just, all you do is finger tight. Doesn't have to be super tight at all. And this is how they stack. It's such a simple device. So let's not talk about my foundation. This thing was developed at Epcot. And it was really the outgrowth of the fact that Epcot was built by people at NASA and at DOE, and that's who they consulted with to get future type of rides, I guess, or lands as they call it. This is the land, and Tim was the beneficiary of this because he just happened to be there when they came back to do research on developing a space-capable farm, something that could go to Mars. And of course, their interest was something light, something durable, something that was assemblable this way, that would. So the idea was to do these arms in star pattern, and then set it up in a orbiting array with the water in the middle, and when they irrigate it, it just goes naturally out, and it gets pumped back. So that was their model. And what happened was that in 2003, see how these things all fit so neatly? It just goes right down into it. This is the central vein, which carries the water to the top. So when NASA's budgets got slashed, Tim walked away with all the IP. He happened to be there, so he knew about it. Nobody else did. And it was 6 or 7 years of research. They spent millions in just designing the thickness, the material, the environment, the size, the spacing. It was just trial and error, trial and error. You and I could never have invented this thing. Not even Tim could have. He's a horticulturalist. He could have never invented this thing. You know, he grows plants in soil. So what emerges is IP paid for by tax dollars, so it's free. He didn't have to pay for it. He walked away, and then he modified it enough so that he could patent his own, and this thing is patented. So here's the deal. Hydroponics is the essential science here, but because of the way it's done, it becomes aeroponic. Because aeroponic means that the roots are breathing at least as much time as they're eating nutrient. In hydroponics, normally it's done in a horizontal configuration, which is very problematic. First of all, your ratios of your nutrient are very difficult to mix. You've got to really know what you're doing, and you've got to be policing it constantly. And gravity in those horizontal systems is the enemy, because the nutrient wants to become sediment, and then the gravity creates friction in the bottom of the trough. So you're constantly cleaning the trough, and you're constantly cleaning the little feeding heads. It's highly maintenance intensive. This thing, because it's absolutely vertical, I didn't clean mine until 6 months into it, and only because the tomatoes tend to drop a lot of dust, but nothing else does. Tomatoes are kind of weedy in that sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 spots, and then here's the shower head, shower cap. So this thing is what's considered a passive aeroponic system. The aeroponics that have been done up until now have been done with super high pressure. Your dad would know about them. Super high pressure valves, a lot of high pressure hoses, a lot of lot of work just maintaining the right amount of pressure and assuring that the roots are getting shot with oxygen. You got to have oxygen tanks and all sorts of stuff for aeroponics before this device came to be. And this is the only one that does it this simply. Everybody else is really stuck back in that research mode. And I had a Phillips screwdriver here.
I'm going to stop.